Madden football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game. We got a great running story. It's going to be the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. This one complete. It's Rasheed Rice. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rasheed Rice, 82 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, this has been a quick-strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Point after here coming up. Boy, these may be an adventure that is good. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. There he goes, left side. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Broncos. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Extra point attempt to follow here. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's caught by Rice. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Mahomes going to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, I'd like to be in the huddle with him right now. You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point through the snowflakes, 2nd good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
and the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Baron Browning coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes him manageable now.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? We're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the 1st round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a 1st quarter grab here. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you've got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams. A A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have come back to make it a 2-point game. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. KC's offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get this out to the 44-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Just the first quarter, the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Screen play set up for Williams. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down before the game.
On 3rd down, they'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And this might not be the best interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in the snow, it's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now look out! And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield to really cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that will be incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will. But if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got him in, it's Brown. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's Matt Ariza now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos about set to go on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Out of the gun now on third down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Chiefs are going to get it. The Broncos in their hurry up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Looking to throw. Man open right side. It's Williams. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now here's Mahomes. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And fights through one man. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick throw, finding Dulcich. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action here on first down. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We got a strong first half out of the running back Isaiah Pacheco. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up the throw. Say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this one is right through. And with it, they have taken the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. That'll give him 8 that time. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 29-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the
plain and simple. That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game?
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Ed Oliver, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. That'll be caught by Rice. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. And
he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Mahomes will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The ball back to the Chiefs, and Isaiah Pacheco is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage. But since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. This taken in right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. 9 time is left. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to come upfield.
They did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mahomes going to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And they'll begin by running the option. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. 2nd down and 8. They're going to look to throw. But he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times and their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. It's in
losing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And taken right on the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On second down, Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Trying to take this home, they'll run.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 6. A little under 1:50 remaining. A touchdown likely means they move on in these playoffs. Tense moments for the hometown faithful as they've got it with a first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Mahomes will throw. Finding Kelsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes throw here complete to Kelsey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. No timeouts left. Of course, the defense knows that too. Here's 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now the try here for the point after. And they have got the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a late touchdown in the ever-critical PAT as it is now a 1-point game here in the dying embers of what has been a sensational game. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough goal to throw.
It really is because there's so much hard work and effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe be in the big game itself. Let's see how they handle it. The offseason's going to be a long one for them because they're either watching other people continue to play. Or can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.